Pieces of timber washed up after a cargo ship sank off the Sussex coast over the weekend.
More than 2,000 tonnes of timber drifted through the channel after the Greek-registered Ice Prince sunk about 26 miles off the coast after a storm. A clear-up operation has begun and Aisling McVeigh is on Worthing Beach for us this afternoon. Aisling.
That's right, yes, it is a pretty incredible scene here on Worthing Beach. I don't think anyone is going to have too nice a stroll along here today because hundreds of tonnes worth of timber have washed up here on the beach over the weekend. If you think it looks bad here, you should have a look at the aerial shots. They will really show the extent of the problem. Well, all the timber did wash up on the shore from the Greek ship, the Ice Prince, which sank off the coast of Dorset about a week ago, and the planks are washing up here. They're not just along here but along the whole coast up as far as Hove, Brighton, Beachy Head. People are reporting sightings which could mean it's about a 30-mile stretch in all. The cleanup operation, it's underway, but onlookers have been helping out with that as well. People have been taking planks away for themselves. There's been reports of scuffles between looters and the Coast Guard, but actually most of this is only scrap wood, not good for anything. Well, it's not yet known what's going to happen to the rest of the timber, but any usable bits will go to the ship's insurers or owners. And warnings have, of course, gone out to surfers, to boat owners about the dangers. But I think actually most people are just glad that it is in fact timber that's washed up on the shore and not oil. That is still in the fuel tank of the Ice Prince.
And people have now given up collecting it, have they? I mean, we can see an awful lot of wood and not a lot of people.
Yeah, there are a few people still taking photographs and that sort of thing because, of course, it is such an impressive sight. But I haven't seen anyone down here picking up anything this morning, although when I was over in our Brighton office, we did spot a couple of people bringing up a whole lot of planks, putting them into a van and driving off.
DIY at the weekend. There you go, Aisling. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. A massive operation to clear 2,000 to 3,000 tonnes of timber that washed up on beaches in Sussex is continuing. The wood from the sunken Greek cargo ship, the Ice Prince, has drifted miles along the coastline. Worthing Beach is one of the worst affected, and Aisling McVeigh is there for us now. Aisling, how's the clear-up operation going?
Oh, well, Amanda, you can see, I mean, it's just an incredible sight here at Worthing. This is the worst affected spot. Hundreds of tonnes of timber have washed up here over the weekend. But, I mean, it's not just along here. It stretches all the way back up to Brighton and Hove and on to Beachy Head as well. I mean, it's really going on for miles. It washed up here from the Greek ship, the Ice Prince, which sank off the coast of Dorset about a week ago. The cleanup operation is underway, but we've also had onlookers helping out with that. People have been coming down, taking wood for themselves, bringing it back up to use for DIY, whatever. I mean, it's mostly all just scrap wood at this point, pretty unusable. But the Coast Guard are stressing that it is in fact illegal and people can be fined as a result of it. There's been tussles between looters and the Coast Guard as well. Well, we're not sure what's going to happen to the rest of the timber. It's thought that it could be, the usable stuff could be sold off and the money given to the ship's insurers or owners. But I think that most people here are just glad that it is in fact timber washing up on the shore and not oil. That is still safely in the fuel tank of the Ice Prince, still off the coast of Dorset.
Aisling McVeigh on beach there in Worthing, thank you very much indeed.
The shingle replaced by up to 2,500 tonnes of wood, as far as the eye can see. Today this was the South's uncontested biggest tourist attraction. But it's also attracting looters. The Maritime and Coast Guard agencies responsible for making sure anything that can be salvaged is salvaged for the owners or their insurers.
Unfortunately, we have had scenes where Coast Guards have been threatened and aggressive behaviour towards them. We've also had cases where people have been covering up their number plates in an effort to avoid the law.
The timber is the deck cargo of the Ice Prince that sank a week ago today, blown here by southwest gales after an 81 nautical mile journey. Rumours that council taxpayers will foot the clean-up bill, denied.
We already know the insurers of the wreck will be picking up the cost for it. What we're going to do, because we're concerned about public safety, we will pick up any immediate costs and claim it back. There won't be any cost at all to Worthing Borough Council taxpayers or even to West Sussex County Council taxpayers.
The remaining 3,000 tonnes of timber in the Ice Prince's sunken holds poses no immediate danger of breaking loose, and salvage experts hope to recover its 400 metric tonnes of fuel oil. This ancient pier has stood since 1860. At the moment you can hear individual planks of wood rattling around the support columns. The fear is that at high tide, great bundles of the stuff like that over there will do serious damage. Hundreds of people converged on a seaside town, usually asleep at this time of year. The cafe has a great close-up view and is doing great business.
I usually close on Mondays, but I decided to open because I thought it was the opportunity for a lot of people to come along here today.
Next door, a mirror image of the beach below. Craftsmen have spent 3 months renewing the Lido's wooden decking.
We're finishing it off today, ironically. Had our last delivery of wood this morning, but I suppose we really didn't need it. If this had come 3 months earlier, we would have been fine, wouldn't we?
Late this afternoon, it was still being washed ashore. One plank fitted itself perfectly in a hole in a damaged breakwater. Experts say it'll be weeks before the beach is cleared. Hugh Kirby in Worthing for Meridian Tonight.
Well, now, we understand the footage was taken in a seaplane as it flew over Worthing on Saturday, just before the timber began to hit the beaches there.
A different perspective this time from the sea. These were taken by Jamie Stokes, and it really does give you an idea of the quantity of wood we're talking about.
These pictures taken on a mobile phone by Joe Bennett capture the moment the timber began to hit the shores at Worthing.
On to some of your still photos now, and starting in Selsey, the Coast Guard towed this lifeboat in from the Ice Prince. Christine sent us these pictures of it on the beach at Selsey.
This from Natalie Turner shows the wood beginning to wash up on the shores at Bognor Regis. That would have been on Saturday.
And it was later that same day when we began to see these amazing scenes at Worthing. This photograph was taken by Keith Hitchinson yesterday morning.
And now a great perspective from one of the side streets in the town, and here obviously someone has been trying to do their bit to help with the clean-up operation. Though I think it has to be said, I think they could do with finding a slightly bigger bin, don't you?
I think you're right. And this shot from Lancing by Simon and Keeley Ball shows that the timber has begun to stray even further east. And thanks to Jason from the Rockpool Club, who also captured these scenes on the beach. Our thanks to